Cool.
Let's dive right in.
Thanks, everybody. Yeah, so this is Google Blocks, and this is kind of the interface for the Vive. Um, the premise of Google Blocks is to just do some simple 3D modeling. So you see there's a cube on this hand. I can place it into the world, and then I can use other tools to manipulate it. I can change the color, or I can actually modify the actual every single vertex and face. I can just kind of move it around, change it, grab it. I can uh, copy it, duplicate it, flip it around, all kinds of stuff, and then just delete stuff. The interface just has some really basic tools. There's a grid, and then hitting the menu button, that little red menu button there, there's some various options in here. You have some different environments you can set up as your kind of your workspace. I tend to use this black one. I really like this one because it's just out of the way, and there's some stars in the sky. Importing wise, Dave, I could just show you that real quick, but you basically have a folder that is all of the stuff that you've made. And then if you go to the Poly website, poly.google.com, which is where everything gets uploaded to, you can find things there. So there's featured things on their homepage. Actually, one of mine is the top one right now, a printer that I made by Jared Bittner. That's fun. But things can get featured there, and it's just kind of a community of sharing these models. And then you can like things, and that gives you another list. So you can have just a list of things that you've liked, and when you pull them up, it gives you a little model, and then you can just insert them into your scene and move them around or change the size. And you can just build scenes like that. And so you got the erase tool. One of the fun things you can do too is just throw it, and it shatters and does a little shattering sound. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but anyway, yeah. So I've been doing a challenge for myself this month, every day, just taking like about a half an hour in my day and doing a simple household object. There was a contest, kind of some other people were doing it. It's not really any prizes or anything. It's just a practice thing. And the one for today is a bowl. So what I'm going to do is create a bowl. And I think the first way I'll go about that is to create a basic sphere here. And then I'm going to select some of these faces, push them down. That didn't work very well.
So they don't have the exclusion tool yet?
Exclusion tool? No.
Like if you were to overlay a shape into another shape and then hit delete, the overlap?
No.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, a lot of this is very, very basic modeling type stuff. And even then there's just some errors that it does, It's not always super accurate. So kind of just move these around. Do something like this. Select all these. The selection tool's a little weird too. Sometimes it selects faces, sometimes it selects the edges. But in any case, this could be a basic bowl. And I'd probably end up spending a little more time on that. But and then we can just do like an apple here. Another sphere, and do like a little stem coming out of it. And maybe, let's see, we could do like a bit of a leaf, maybe. Come on. And then I can take these individual objects. And if I hit this menu button, this little red menu button, it'll group them. And now that whole thing is a group. I can move around, manipulate. Let's make this a bit bigger. So there's an apple. Maybe do like a pear. Let's do lighter green. Let's see if we could take.
I only like yellow pears.
Yellow pears.
I want a pineapple.
Could do a pineapple. Could try.
I want a star fruit.
I don't even know what that looks like.
I want a
Mike's.
kiwi.
Durian or bust?
Dirty.
I want a kumquat.
Kumquats.
Pomegranate.
Apple.
That's a respectable pear.
I think I'm gonna go for a banana. It's pretty typical.
That's good. We need a banana for scale.
Oh, you beat me to it. I was unmuted.
Come on, Herschel.
Start with this. So here's another kind of technique I like to do is there's an extrude tool, and that allows you to take any face and just start pulling it off. And then you can hit you can hit the plus and minus button and just make it a little bit smaller there. Do the same on this side. And maybe do like a bit of a stem. Bam. And then you can also, so you can color the whole thing like that. Or you can hit this button and just color particular faces. Color your face. And there we got a banana. So you make it a little smaller so it fits in the bowl. Let's make that bowl brown. That's better. And there I've got a bowl of fruit. And it was what? How long did that take me? Anybody?